Welcome. Today we're going to talk about just one way to soothe our inner child. We all have a wise adult and an inner child that is within us. And often our inner child is running the show more than we'd like to admit. Anytime that we're feeling scared, angry, overwhelmed, exhausted, often it's our inner child that is needing some soothing. It can be really helpful to ask ourselves, in what ways are our inner child feeling like they're not getting their needs met? The interesting thing about inner child work is that we can't actually come to it from a place of intellectualization or within the head. The inner child is not working on the level of intellectualization. If you think about your own children when they're upset, they don't necessarily need you to give them solutions. They often need hug, safety, security, and comfort. And so we're going to do a little bit of a meditation today to help soothe that inner child. So I'd ask that you settle into your seat and close your eyes and take a nice big deep breath in. Hold it for the count of 2 and then exhale through the mouth. And breathing in again. Hold for the count of 2 and then exhale through the mouth. And begin to imagine your wise adult self. The adult part of you that knows how to parent, how to have a job, how to research, how to pay bills, all the good adult skills that they have learned. And I want you to imagine gathering them all up as evidence for our inner child as we start to journey back in time. So I want you to imagine in your mind going back in time, perhaps going back to the earliest memory you have of your inner child, journeying back through your 20s, your teen years, into some of those early elementary years. And as we journey back, your inner child starts to come into focus. You can see them in the distance, and you start to approach them. And as you get close, you crouch down in front of them and greet yourself. Introducing your inner child to your wise adult self. Get familiar with each other and really soak in all the details of what your inner child looks like. Look into their eyes, the expression on their face, maybe what clothing they're wearing. And I want you to start to really recognize what your inner child needs. Maybe they need a hug. Maybe they need some play. Maybe they need some joy. Maybe they'd like to crawl up into your lap or have you give them a hug. And I want you to let them know that they are so brave and so strong, and that you have been through so much and learned so much in your journey. And I want you to let them know that it turns out okay, that you do learn the skills that you need, And just pay attention as to whether they receive this information or whether they're hesitant. And if they're hesitant, just give them a few more moments to get used to this information. And ask them again what they might need. I also want you to offer any kind adult words of wisdom. Maybe apologizing that their parents didn't know what to do, but that we figure it out in the end. And as you fill this child up with love and comfort, compassion, joy, and play, you ask them whether they would like to come with you into the present or stay where they are, just respecting whichever decision they'd like to make. And if they'd like to stay where they are, then see them run off into the distance to go play. And if they'd like to come with you, then I want you to hold their hand, pick them up, and start visualizing coming back into the future, fast forwarding through time, growing them up with you, up until the present day. Really soaking in any information you received in this meditation as we've integrated a part of ourselves into the future. And you can start to take a nice big deep breath in, maybe wiggling your toes and fingers, starting to come back into the present moment. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Welcome back. Thank you for doing this inner child meditation with me. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please comment and subscribe. It really helps us. And if you have any requests for future videos, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you for spending your time with me, and we'll see you on the next video.